Joshua chapter 11. And it came to pass when Jabin king of Hazor had heard those things that he sent to Jobab kings of Madon, and to the kings of Shimron, and to the king of Achsaph, and to the kings that were on the north of the mountains, and of the plains south of Chinneroth, and in the valley, and in the borders of Dol on the west, and to the Canaanites in the east and on the west, and to the Amorites and the Hittites and the Perizzites and the Jebusites in the mountains, and to the Hivites and Hermon in the land of Mizpah. And they went out, they and all their hosts with them, much people, even as the sand that is upon the seashore in multitude, with horses and chariots very many. And when all these kings were met together, they came and pitched together at the waters of Merom to fight against Israel. And the Lord said unto Joshua, Be not afraid because of them, for tomorrow about this time will I deliver them up all slain before Israel. Thou shalt hold their horses and burn their chariots with fire. So Joshua came, and all the people of war with him against them by the waters of Merom suddenly, and they fell upon them. And the Lord delivered them into the hand of Israel, who smote them, they chased them, and unto great Zidon, and unto Mislepoth Maim, and unto valley of Mizpah eastward, and they smote them until they left them none remaining. And Joshua did unto them as the Lord bade him. He hanged their horses and burned their chariots with fire. And Joshua at that time turned back and took Hazor, and smote the king thereof with the sword. For the Hazor before time was the head of all those kingdoms. And they smote all the souls that were therein with the edge of the sword, utterly destroying them. There was not any left to breath, and he burnt Hazor with fire. And all the cities of those kings, and all the kings of them, did Joshua take and smote them with the edge of the sword, and he utterly destroyed them, as Moses the servant of the Lord commanded. But as for the cities that stood still in their strength, Israel burned none of them, save Hazor only, that did Joshua burn. And all the spoil of these cities, and the cattle, the children of Israel took for a prey unto themselves. But every man they smote with the edge of the sword, until they had destroyed them, neither left they any to breath. As the Lord commanded Moses his servant, so did Moses command Joshua, and so did Joshua. He left nothing undone of all that the Lord commanded Moses. So Joshua took all the land, that hills, and all the south country, and all the land of Goshen, and the valley, and the plain, and the mountain of the Israel, and the valley of the Sem, even from the Mount Harak that goes up to Sail, even unto Baal-gad in the valley of Lebanon, under Mount Hermon. And all their kings he took, and smote them, and slew them. Joshua made war a long time with all those kings. There was not a city that made peace with the children of Israel, save the Hivites, the inhabitants of Gibeon. All other they took in battle. For it was of the Lord to harden their hearts, that they should come against Israel in battle, that he might destroy them utterly, and that they might have no favor, but that he might destroy them, as the Lord commanded Moses. And at that time came Joshua and cut off the Anakim from the mountains, from Hebron, from Debir, from Anab, and from all the mountains of Judah, and from all the mountains of Israel. Joshua destroyed them utterly with the cities. There was none of the Anakims left in the land of the children of Israel. Only in Gaza, in Gath, and in Ashdod there remained. So Joshua took the whole land according to all that the Lord said unto Moses, and Joshua gave it for an inheritance into Israel according to their divisions by their tribes, and the land rested from war. Joshua chapter 12. Now these are the kings of the land which the children of Israel smote and possessed their land on the other side Jordan, toward the rising of the sun, from the river Arnon unto Mount Hermon, and all the plain on the east. Sihon, kings of the Amorites, who dwelt in the Heshbon, and Lud from Aroel, which is upon from the middle of the river, and from half Gilead even unto the river Jabbok, which is the border of the children of Ammon, and from the plain to the sea of Chineleth on the east, and unto the sea of the plain, even the salt sea on the east, the way to Beth Jeshimoth, and from the south under Ashdod, Pisgah, and the coast of Og, king of Bashan, which was of the remnant of the giant that dwelt at Ashtaroth and at Edrei, and reigned in the Mount Hermon, and in Salkai, and in all Bashan, under the border of the Gershulites, and the Maachathites, and half Gilead, the border of Sihon, king of Heshbon. Them did Moses, the servant of the Lord, and the children of Israel smite. And Moses, the servant of the Lord, gave it for a possession unto the Reubenites, and the Gadites, and the half tribes of Manasseh. And these are the kings of the country which Joshua and the children of Israel smote on this side Jordan, on the west from Baal-Gad in the valley of Lebanon, even unto the Mount Halak, that goes up to Sail, which Joshua gave unto the tribes of Israel for a possession according to their divisions. In the mountains, and in the valley, and in the plains, and in the springs, and in the wilderness, and in the south country, the Hittites, the Amorites, and the Canaanites, the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites. The king of Jericho, one. The king of Ai, which is beside Bethel, one. The king of Jerusalem, one. The king of Hebron, one. The king of Jelmuth, one. The king of Rakish, one. The king of Egron, one. The king of Gezel, one. The king of Debir, one. The king of Gedel, one. The king of Holmahi, one. The king of Alad, one. The king of Libnahi, one. The king of Adulama, Adulam, one. The king of Makedahi, one. The king of Bethel, one. The king of Tapua, one. The king of Hephel, one. The king of Apek, one. The king of Rasharon, one. The king of Madon, one. The king of Hazor, one. The king of Shimron Meron, one. The king of Achishaph, one. The king of Ta'anach, one. The king of Megidon, one. The king of Gedesh, one. The king of Jokneam of the Carmel, one. The king of Dol in the coast of the Dol, one. The king of the nations of Gilgal, one. The king of Tirzah, one. All the kings 30-1. Joshua chapter 13. Now Joshua was old and stricken in years, And the Lord said unto him, Thou art old and stricken in years, and there remaineth yet very much land to be possessed. This is the land that yet remaineth, all the borders of the Philistines, and all Geshur, from Sihol, which is before Egypt, even unto the borders of Ekron northward, which is counted to the Canaanite, 5 lords of the Philistines, the Gathasites, and the Ashdothites, the Ashkelonites, the Gittites, and the Ekronites, also the Avites, from the south, all the land of the Canaanites, and Mearahi, that is beside the Sidon Ash, and to Apek, to the borders of Amorites, and the land of Gibrites, and all Lebanon toward the sun rising, from Baal Gad and under Mount Helmon unto the entering into Hamath, all the inhabitants of the hill country from Lebanon unto Mislephoth Maim, and all the Sidonians, them will I drive out from before the children of Israel. Only divide thou it by lot unto the Israelites for an inheritance, as I have commanded thee. Now therefore divide this land for an inheritance unto the 9 tribes, and the half tribe of the Manasseh, with whom the Reubenites and the Gadites have received their inheritance, which Moses gave them, beyond Jordan eastward, even as Moses the servant of the Lord gave them, from Aroel that is upon the bank of the river Arnon, and the city that is in the midst of the river, and all the plain of the Medeba unto Dibon, and all the cities of Sihon king of the Amorites, which reigned in Heshbon unto the border of the children of Ammon, and Gilead, and the border of the Geshulites and Maachathites, and all Mount Hermon, and all Bashan unto Sarkahi, all the kingdom of Og in Bashan, which reigned in Ashtaroth, and in Edrei, who remained of the remnant of the giants. From these did Moses smite and cast them out. Nevertheless, the children of Israel expelled not the Geshulites, nor the Maachathites, but the Geshulites and the Maachathites dwell among the Israelites until this day. Only unto the tribe of Levi he gave none inheritance. The sacrifice of the Lord God of Israel made by the fire are their inheritance, as he said unto them. And Moses gave unto the tribe of the children of Reuben inheritance according to their families. And their coast was from Aurora, that is on the bank of the river Arnon, and the city that is in the midst of the river, and all the plain by Medeba, Heshbon, and all her cities that are in the plain, Dibon, and Bamoth Baal, and Beth Baal Meon, and Jahazahi, and Kedemoth, and Mephath, and Kiljath Aim, and Sibmahi, and Zareth Shahar in the mount of the valley, and the Beth Peor, and Ashdod, Pisgah, and Beth Jehimoth, and all the cities of the plain, and all the kingdom of Sihon king of the Amorites, which reigned in the Heshbon, whom Moses smote with the princes of Midian, Evi, and Lechem, and Zur, and Hul, and Reba, which were duchess of Sihon, dwelling in the country. Baaram also the son of Beor the Seir did the children of Israel slay with the sword among them that were slain by them. And the border of the children of Reuben was Jordan, and the border thereof. This was the inheritance of the children of Reuben after their families, the cities and the villages thereof. And Moses gave inheritance unto the tribe of Gad, even unto children of Gad according to their families. And their coast was Jazel, and all the cities of Gilead, and half the land of the children of Ammon, unto Aroel that is before Laban. And from Heshbon unto Ramath Mizpeh, and Betonim, and from Mahanaim unto the border of the Bill, and in the valley Beth Aaron, and Beth Nimrai, and Sukkoth, and Zaphon, the rest of the kingdom of Sihon king of Heshbon, Jordan and his border, even unto the edge of the sea of the Chineleth, on the other side Jordan eastward. This is the inheritance of the children of God after their families, the cities and their villages. And Moses gave inheritance unto the half tribe of Manasseh, and this was the possession of the half tribe of the children of Manasseh by their families. And their coast was from Manahem, all the Bashan, all the kingdom of Og, king of Bashan, and all the towns of Jael, which are in Bashan, 80 cities, and half Gilead, and Ashtaroth, and Edrei, cities of kingdom of Og in Bashan, were pertaining unto the children of Machir, the son of Manasseh, even to the one half of the children of Machir by their families. These are the countries which Moses did distribute for inheritance in the plains of Moab, in the other side Jordan, by Jericho eastward. But unto the tribe of Levi Moses gave not any inheritance. The Lord God of Israel was their inheritance of he said unto them. Joshua chapter 14. And these are the countries which the children of Israel inherited in the land of Canaan, which Eleazar the priest, and Joshua the son of Nun, and the heads of the fathers of the tribes of the children of Israel distributed for inheritance to them by law toward their inheritance, as the Lord commanded by the hand of Moses, for the 9 tribes and for the half tribe. For Moses had given the inheritance of the 2 tribes and an half tribe on the other side Jordan, but unto the Levites he gave none inheritance among them. For the children of Joseph were 2 tribes, Manasseh and Ephraim. Therefore they gave no part unto the Levites in the land, save cities to dwell in, with their suburbs for their cattle and for their substance. And as the Lord commanded Moses, so the children of Israel did, and they divided the land. Then the children of Judah came unto Joshua in Gilgal, and Caleb the son of Jephunneh the Kenizzite said unto him, Thou knowest the thing that the Lord said unto Moses the man of God concerning me and thee in Kadesh Barnea. 40 years old was I when Moses the servant of the Lord sent me from Kadesh Barnea to spy out the land, and I brought him word again, as it was in mine heart. Nevertheless, my brethren that went up with me made the heart of the people melt, but I followed the Lord my God. And Moses sware on that day, saying, Surely the land whereon thy feet have trodden shall be thine inheritance, and thy children's forever, because thou hast worried for the Lord my God. And now behold, the Lord has kept me alive, and he said these 45 years, even since the Lord spake this word unto Moses, while the children of Israel wandered in the wilderness. And now, lo, I am this day 65 years old, as yet I am as strong this day as I was in the day that Moses sent me. As my strength was then, even so is my strength now, for woe both to go out and to come in. Now therefore give me these mountains, whereof the Lord spake in that day, for thou hadst in that day how the Anakims were there, and that the cities were great and fenced. If so be the Lord will be with me, then I shall be able to drive them out, as the Lord said. And Joshua blessed him, and gave unto Caleb the son of Jephunneh Hebron for an inheritance. Hebron therefore became the inheritance of Caleb the son of Jephunneh the Kenizzites unto this day, because that he worried for the Lord God of Israel. And the name of Hebron before was Kirjath Araba, which Alba was a great man among the Anakims, and the land had less from war. Joshua chapter 15. This then was the lot of the tribe of the children of Judah by their families, even to the border of Edom. The wilderness of Zin southward was the uttermost part of the south coast, and their south border was from the shore of the Salt Sea, from the bay that looketh southward, and it went out to the south side to Malahi Aklabim, and passed along to Zin, and ascended up on the south side unto Kadesh Barnea, and passed along to Hezron, and went up to Adal, and fetched a compass to Kalka. From thence it passed toward Asmon, and went out unto the river of Egypt, and the goings and out of that coast were at the sea. This shall be your south coast. And the east border was the salt sea, even unto the end of Jordan. And their border in the north quarter was from the bay of the sea at the uttermost part of Jordan. And the border went up to Beth Hogla, and passed along by the north of Beth Arabahi. And the border went up to the stone of Bohan the son of Reuben. And the border went up toward Debel from the valley of Akol, and so northward, looking toward Gilgal, that is before the going up to Adumim, which is on the south side of the river. And the border passed toward the waters of En Shemesh, and the goings out thereof were at En Logel. And the border went up by the valley of the son of Hinnom, unto the south side of the Jebusite. The same is Jerusalem. And the border went up to the top of mountain that lies before the valley of Hinnom, westward, which is at the end of the valley of the giants northward. And the border was drawn from the top of the hill unto the fountain of the water of Naphtali, and went out to the cities of Mount Ephron. And the border was drawn to Baalahi, which is Kirjath Jearim. And the border compassed from Baal-hai westward unto Mount Sail, and passed along unto the side of Mount Jearim, which is Ches Aaron on the north side, and went down to Beth Shemesh, and passed on to Timnah, and The border went out unto the side of Ekron northward, and the border was drawn to Shikron, and passed along to Mount Baal High, and went out unto Jebneel, and the goings out of the border were at the sea. And the west border was to the greater sea, and the coast thereof. This is the coast of the children of Judah, round about according to their families. And unto Caleb the son of Jephunneh he gave a part among the children of Judah, according to the commandment of the Lord, to Joshua, even the city of Alba, the father of Anak, which city is Hebron. And Caleb drove thence the 3 sons of Anak, Sheshai and Ahiman and Talmai, the children of Anak. And he went up thence to inhabitants of the bill, and the name of the bill before was Kirjath Sephel. And Caleb said, He that smiteth Kirjath Sephel and taketh it, to him will I give Achsahi my daughter to wife. And Othniel the son of Kenaz, the brother of Caleb, took it, and he gave him Achsai his daughter to wife. And it came to pass, as she came unto him, that she moved him to ask of her father a field, and she righted of her ass. And Caleb said unto her, What wouldest thou? Who answered, Give me a blessing, for thou hast given me a south land. Give me also springs of water. And he gave her the upper springs and the nether springs. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Judah according to their families. And the uttermost cities of the tribe of children of Judah toward the coast of Edom southward was Kebzil and Edel and Jagul and Kinahi and Dimonahi and Adadahi and Kadesh and Hazol and Ithnan, Ziph and Telem and Bealoth and Hazol Hadatahi and Kelioth and Hazlon, which is Hazol, Aman and Shema and Moradai and Hazal Gadahi and Heshmon and Beth Paret and Hazal Shual and Bel Sheber and Bizjoth Jahi, Baalahi and Im and Azem and Eltolad and Chesil and Holmahi and Ziklag and Madmanahi and San Nahi and Lebaoth and Shilhim and Aim and Limon. All the cities are 29 with their villages. And in the valley Eshtaol and Zoleahi and Ashnahi and Zanoahi and in Gainim, Tapuha and Enam, Jalmuth and Adulam, Sokoth and Azekahi, and Shalaim and Adithaim, and Giderahi and Gederoth-aim, 14 cities which their villages, Zenan and Hadashahi and Migdal Gadi and Delean and Mizpeh and Joktheel, Lachish and Bozkath and Egron and Kabon and Lahimam and Kithlish and Gedeloth, Beth Dagon and Naamahi and Makedahi, 16 cities with their villages, Libnahi and Ethel and Ashan and Jifatahi and Ashnahi and Nezib and Keilahi and Achizib, and Meleshahi, 9 cities with their villages. Ekron with their 2 towns and her villages. From Ekron even unto the sea, all that lay near Ashdod with their villages. Ashdod with her towns and her villages. Gaza with her towns and her villages, and the river of Egypt, and the greater sea, and the border thereof, and in the mountains, Shamil, and Jatil, and Sokoi, and Danahi, and Kiljath Sanahi, which is the Bill, and Anab, and Eshtemoth, and Anim, and Goshen, and Horon, and Gilohi, 11 cities with their villages. Alab, and Dumahi, and Eshean, and Janum, and Beth Tappuha, and Apekahi, and Humatahi, and Kirjath Alba, which is Hebron, and all 9 cities with their villages. Maon, Carmel, and Ziph, and Jutahi, and Jezreel, and Jokdeam, and Zanoahi, Cain, Gibeah, and Timnah, 10 cities with their villages. Harhul, Bethzul, and Gedol, and Maalath, and Bethia, Bethianoth, and Eltokon, 6 cities with their villages. Kirjath Baal, which is Kirjath Jearim, and Labahi, 2 cities with their villages. In the wilderness, Beth Al Abahi, Medin, and Sekahi, and Nibshan, and the city of Salt, and En-Ged, 6 cities with their villages. As for the Jebusites, the inhabitants of Jerusalem, the children of Judah could not drive them out, but the Jebusites dwell with the children of Judah at Jerusalem unto this day.